Already said that. This is usually. Yeah, just meant to. I'm going to go to see the.
Namaste everyone. Good morning. Sat Sri Akal. Welcome, Swagatam. My name is Pandit Neil Prasad. I'm a Florida resident as well. And in these circumstances of losing such a dear loved one, we are assembled this morning to perform what's called the Anteshti Sanskar. It is one of 16 sanskars in the life of an Aryan Sanatanist Hindu. The first one, of course, being the birth, the 16th being the last and final Anteshti. In my belief, God is but one. We call him by different names. Whatever religions you may belong to, we come this morning as one family, to pray to God for the safe passage, for the safe journey of this soul, beautiful soul who has now departed. If you'd please join me in a short opening prayer, whatever position you prefer for prayer, we ask that maybe the hands are clasped like this, gently close the eyes, and bow heads in prayer. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatye Namaha, Shri Guru Charana Kamalebhyo Namo Namaha. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. We all chant the Gayatri Mantra 3 times. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Please allow me for 2 minutes to share the little that I know about our dearly beloved Sri Ravi Prakash Kapilaji. I've only met this family just a few minutes ago, but I can already sense that he leaves a legacy of love, caring, goodness, kindness, and generosity. You know, in cricket, we have this, I'm sure you're familiar with the game cricket. We have this saying, when someone hits a century, 100, it's an absolute milestone. But 103 is a legacy. It gives us 103 years, or he gave him 103 years to share his love and his experiences, which I'm sure we'll hear from family members in a few minutes. The Bhagavad Gita teaches us, anything that is born must die. When you and I were born, we weren't present when the birth certificate was created. So too, when we shall die at one day, we are not going to be present physically when that death certificate is created. But what's important is what happens from the time of birth, when that certificate is created, to the time of death, when that certificate is created, that path in between. And those actions are called karma. And that is what positions us or creates that passage to the next stage, whatever that next stage is, depending on your beliefs. Bhagavad Gita tells us, chapter 2, verse 23. Om Radhe Radhe Bhagavan Shri Krishna Chandra ki jai. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, Na chainam kleduyantyapo na shoshati marutah. This body of Uncle Ji is what is leaving us today. But his Atma, his soul, according to Bhagavad Gita, never dies. Firstly, it is not born, nor does it die. It is part and parcel of that super soul, that supreme soul. That soul, according to Bhagavad Gita, cannot be cut into pieces with a knife. You cannot paint it. It doesn't have a color. It doesn't have a class. It does not have a passport. It does not have a nationality. It does not have a name. It is just part of that energy that belongs to that super soul. So when we look around this room, every single one of us contains, in our bodies, contains an Atma or soul, that one day we too will have to allow that soul to transmigrate, where the body is either cremated or buried. Brothers and sisters, we're going to keep this ceremony very short because of timing, but I'd like to offer this bhajan. A bhajan is a compilation or a poem that is sung with music, and it states, O Bhagwan Sri Krishna, as we commit this body today to this fire or this Agni, please allow that soul to transmigrate, allow that soul to migrate and to, as we say, peacefully be part and parcel of your super soul. You can join with me if you know the bhajan. Jai Krishna Hare, Shri Krishna Hare, Dukhiyo ko dukh dur kare. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो, और कोई न खेवन हारा हो, फिर तू ही बेड़ा पार करो. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. Finally, we collectively this morning, with members of the family, we offer our deepest condolences to the children, grandchildren, and all the siblings. O Lord, please do this much. When the soul has left his body, that the soul takes the beautiful name of Govinda, Krishna. Whether it be in the Yamuna river or the banks of the Ganga, may Lord Krishna always play his flute, his basuri, as he welcomes Uncle Ji's soul back home. When this critical time of death were to come, may Lord Krishna always be, his name always be on the tongue. It says, Itna to karna swami, jab pran tan se nikle, Govind naam leke, tab pran tan se nikle. Govind jai jai, Gopal jai jai, Govind jai jai, Gopal jai jai, Radha Raman Hari, Govind jai jai, Radha Raman Hari, Govind jai jai, Govind jai jai, Gopal jai jai, Govind jai jai, Gopal jai jai. Mukam karoti vachalam, Pamgumlam gayate girim, Yad kripatumaham bande, Paramanandam Madhavam. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Ram Nam Satya Hai. Om Sadgati. We'll now have a few words from members of the family, and I'll come back and we'll finish the sanskar. Dhanyavad. Thank you.
Thank you, Panditji. Those words of deep consolation and putting everything into perspective is very, very meaningful. And thank you for doing this for the family at such short notice. We are truly, truly appreciative. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Sheetal Bedi Megon. I am Mamaji's niece. For me, he was Mamaji, that is my mother's brother. But for everybody in this room and the world and our whole extended family, everybody called him Papaji. He was simply Papaji for everybody. I don't think I know too many people in this room who didn't call him anything else but Papaji. So today I will just call him Papaji, although me and my brothers, we called him Mamaji. As we gather to bid Papaji farewell, we do so both with sadness and with gratitude. Sadness because it's never, ever easy to say goodbye. And gratitude because we are so blessed to have known and loved a man who lived a truly extraordinary life of 103 years, 103 remarkable years filled with love, with joy, with family, laughter, and a lot of wisdom. We got a lot of wisdom from him. There'll be so many stories to tell about his wisdom and what we all learned from him. Naval and I, my husband, who's here as well with me, were so fortunate to have spent so many trips in the last several years, especially after his unforgettable 100th year. I think all of us practically in this room were at that 100th year birthday. That's when family from all over the world gathered to celebrate him. And even in his hundreds, Papaji had that unmistakable sparkle in his eye, that gentle wit and that incredible memory, sharper than most of ours. He was deeply connected with everyone, family scattered all over the world. Immediate family, extended family, and his own extended family. He had such a large extended family of his own. I've been getting calls from this extended family. Some of them have never heard it or spoken to before. He remembered everyone's birthdays, every anniversary, whether joyful or solemn. He never missed calling us, nor our parents, nor our children. And he reminded us, sometimes he got me out of the doghouse by letting me know that there was an occasion in the family, and I'd quickly make a call to one of my brothers and say, happy anniversary, because he kept me in check. So he was our calendar, so to speak, and I'm going to miss that at a personal level immensely. His love stretched across the generations. He truly, truly had his finger on the family pulse, quite literally, and gave, he was almost like a glue that kept us all together and got the generations kind of connected to each other. That too over several time zones. Many family members have in fact joined us on across the time zones on Zoom, on the thing today. And I want to make a special acknowledgement to his generation cohorts, Raj Mamaji and Omamiji, his wife, who are probably tuning in or have tuned in from the UK, as well as Suroj Mamiji, Suroj Kapila, our Mamiji joining from Kenya. Your presence really means a lot. They were ever so keen to be present here, and if they had a way, they would have been here in person, I can assure you. Papaji was truly, truly blessed with his two loving sons, Arvind and Suneet, and two wonderful, absolutely superb daughter-in-laws. You know, they were really more than daughters to him, not daughters-in-law at all. They gave him so much love. You know, he also had 5 grandchildren and 4 great-grandchildren, and it doesn't get any luckier than that. He was also blessed with some of the best caregivers. I've met a number of them who looked after him day and night with such devotion and dedication and love. Together they made sure he lived his final years in comfort and in dignity. Of course, today there is sadness in our hearts. It's never easy to say goodbye, as I said earlier, even when we tell ourselves, he lived a long life. He did indeed. But when that life was lived so beautifully, so fully, we have to remind ourselves that this is also a moment to celebrate, to smile through our tears, to share stories as we've been doing this morning, and to honor a man who set a record that will be very hard to beat. Arvind and Suneet, you have great genes, tremendous genes. See if you can come even closer to him. It's a challenge. Babaji lived fully, loved deeply, connected to all of us across generations and continents, as I said earlier. He lived life with purpose, with grace, with dignity and humor. And he leaves behind not just memories, but a legacy of love that continues to guide all of us. He had a deep love for his grandchildren. He knew exactly where they were, what part of the world Amol was in, or Swati was, or Suruchi, or Ashish for that matter, and some of even access to Atul's patients. How the physician-client privilege was, I'm not really sure. You guys can answer to that. I've just let the cat out of the bag for you all. But he knew everything about you guys and your patients, so to speak. I'd like to invite all the grandkids, because every one of them wants to say a few words and in honor of him. So if you guys want to come up here and let's hear about your thoughts about Babaji.
I'm not great at this, so I'll try my best. Bear with me. I just wanted to share one of my early memories and some of my favorite of Papaji from when I was about 3-4 years old. Every day, he would walk me to and from my preschool/kindergarten at Happy Times in Miami. During those 15 minutes each way, he made me feel like the most special person in the world. I still remember how excited I felt when he let me push the button to cross the road. It was such a small thing, but with Papaji, even the smallest moments felt magical, which carried through life to other amazing moments, like him meeting Annika for the first time, or even the mundane moments when we just sat together and chatted. After we would walk home from school when I was younger, he and Mamaji would put on Three's Company. To this day, the intro song, Come On Knock on My Door, fills me with the warmest, most nostalgic feelings, bring me right back to those days with them. That simple routine, that familiar song became a little piece of our world together, one that still brings me comfort whenever I hear it. Now I like to picture him reunited with his soulmate, the two of them watching Three's Company together once again. Or now that there's satellite, your Indian soap operas. Today we don't just say goodbye, we say thank you, Papaji. Thank you for these special moments, the stories, the sacrifices, the laughter, and the love. Thank you for being our compass, our anchor, our quiet hero. Rest well, Papaji, you've earned it.
If I were to have one last conversation with Papaji, this is what I would say to him. Your presence was a blessing to everyone who knew you. You were inspiration to all of us. You showed us what it was meant to live with purpose, to lead with kindness, to stay grateful no matter what life brought. You taught us to cherish family. Your love was unconditional. We find comfort in knowing your legacy lives on in each of us. You may not be here in the way we wish, but your spirit is woven into our lives. One of the greatest gifts you gave me personally was your acceptance of Stephen. You welcomed him into our home with the same warmth and open heart you showed everyone you loved. I am deeply sad you won't be there for us on our wedding day. But I know with all my heart you'll be there in your own way, in spirit and blessing and in the love you showed us throughout the years. Lastly, just thank you to outside of our family who took care of you. Thank you to Rosa, Merlin, and Annie over the last year.
Today is a day to celebrate a truly good man that we all know as Papaji. I know we're sad. How could we not be? But grief is just love with no place to go. So let's channel it into loving life and loving each other as Papaji always did. If heaven is a place on earth, my Papaji found it. Though his early years were full of hardship, he transformed them into a long, vibrant life full of travel, family, and comforts a boy raised in Depression-era Africa could only dream of. And if heaven is somewhere beyond our sight, I like to picture him going for a jog or riding his stationary bike, the way he did well into his 90s. During my last visit, a little over a month ago, he told me, "I miss cycling. Maybe I'll try my stationary bike this week." I looked at my 103-year-old grandfather and thought, if anyone can do that, it's you. Papaji loved living. He wanted to live as long as he could to watch his family grow. One thing I wish I could tell him today is that he still lives. He lives in my father, Arvind's, unwavering devotion to his family, and to Sunichacha's diplomatic, even-keeled nature, and his managerial mind, too. He lives in Suruchi Didi's meticulous attention to detail and in Ashish's ability to get along with anyone. He lives in Atul's reliability and in his calm presence, as well as Amol's disciplined approach to life. I see him in my own enthusiasm for exercise and for a good party. But more than anything, I see him in our smiles. Papaji's smile had a wattage no light bulb could match. It warmed me on the inside. And I am so grateful to see that bright, toothy grin in my son Rohan, his great-grandchild. The first time Rohan smiled, I thought, there he is. Thank God. I want to also mention my mother Sneh and my Chachi Prabold. Their steady support helped Papaji live and thrive for so long. And he loved them so deeply for it. I know because he told me. And of course, he was so very proud of his two sons. I know because everyone knew. And it was as clear as a beautiful fall day in sunny Florida. In the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. Papaji, you gave out love to fill many lifetimes, and I hope you felt all of that love reflected back. Today we say goodbye to the parts of you that held us and guided us, but you still live in your family and in all of the lives you touched, especially in the South Florida Indian community and in the greater Kapila family all over the world, who valued and cherished you. You were truly all of our Papaji. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om.
Well, it's going to be difficult to, this one? It's going to be difficult to follow that speech. As I was thinking about what to say today, I was left paralyzed. I was simultaneously at a loss for words and overwhelmed by all the things that I could say. Too many things. Too many amazing things. So I decided to focus on just one. As I was reflecting on Papaji's many admirable qualities, I realized something I hadn't thought about too much before. He was the strongest and most confident man I'd ever known. When he was diagnosed with cancer, he faced it head on, undergoing a tough treatment at the age of 90. When he fell in the shower at the age of 100, he was determined to walk again. Everything is fine. Everything is totally fine, was what he would always tell me on the phone. Of course, he said that so that I wouldn't worry, but I think he truly believed always that everything would be fine. He was never afraid to approach anyone and ask for anything. Didn't blink. He had total social confidence. And he enjoyed it when, out of fear, we would call him to kill any of the weird bugs that would show up in our house. And he would laugh at us for being scared. I've hardly ever seen him bat an eye at anything. He didn't dwell on the past and always had faith in the future.
So, Papaji had so many qualities we admired: kindness, strength, a quiet devotion to the family that guided every part of his life. We were all lucky to inherit pieces of who he was. For me, the part I treasure most is the way he showed love through service. Everything he did, every small action, came from a place of care. And it's a Kapila trait I hope I carry forward too. I also know I inherited Papaji's incredible memory, and I'm so grateful that my kids, Arya and Ravi, got to meet their great-grandfather. Ravi was named after him, and with Arya's growing curiosity and sharp memory, I already see bits of him in her too. I can't wait to share his stories with them, to show them his photos, his videos, his smile, so they always feel connected to him. There's one memory that stays with me every single morning. When I was in middle school, I asked Papaji to teach me how he tied his perfect double Windsor tie knot. He paused the Indian serial he was watching, stood with me at the mirror in our Jupiter house, and showed me patiently, step by step. Even now, as I get ready for work, I spend those few seconds tying my tie, and I still feel him standing next to me. These days, little Ravi often stands beside me too, watching. And I know that before long, I'll be teaching him the same knot and telling him that this is the moment he shares with his great-grandfather. Papaji left us with so many lessons, but I want to end with the words he wrote in his autobiography. The most important things in life are contentment, tolerance, forget and forgiveness, patience, compassion, no jealousy, no anger, and thinking only of happiness for others. He lived these words every day, and now it's up to us to live them too, and to keep his love alive in the way we treat the people around us.
Thank you, as in Texas would say, you all. Thank you, you all. You did a great job, and I see so much of Papaji, Mamaji in all of you. I think you're so blessed to have spent all this time with him, and your kids are so blessed to have met him. Really keep up his memories. It's awesome to be able to, you know, what you spoke about was really encapsulating his whole life so beautifully. I absolutely see so much of him in all of you. You know, we've heard from this generation. We have amongst us the oldest nephew of his. We're fortunate to have that. So for our generation, if I could have some representation, otherwise we can't be outnumbered with the next generation. If I could ask Nilam to come up and say a few words. We have not planned this. I'm springing this on him because I have time. I think it'll be very, and he's one of those people who can get up and speak at a fly. So would you want to say a few words?
Now that you put me on the spot, is it okay? Well, as Sheetal mentioned, as his oldest nephew, well, there is one older than me, Karuna, and who is probably watching from abroad. Listening to the grandkids, it is very clear, what Mamaji meant, and for, Sunit, Prabodh, Sneh, Arvind, you have lost the best father in the world. And, and for the grandkids, each one of you, he probably was a grandfather comparable to no others. And he was lucky enough to be a great-grandfather. So 4 generations at the same time. What else can you ask for? And the 4th generation will be informed of what a legacy he left behind from the stories and undocumented, both explicitly and implicitly. I think this will be a greatest legacy that anyone in the world could think of. And at 103, I mean, that's an age statistically. What proportion of people do live? I have not attended anyone's funeral at 103. So he, till the last, I don't think he ever showed his age. And for me personally, I think I'd like to share a couple of thoughts that are just running through. I'd like to ad-lib those. I'm 78, so he has known me at least 78 years old. Of those, I can remember, my early memories probably go to about almost 3/4 of a century. And having lost my own parents quite a few years ago, so he probably was the only person who had known me longer than my own parents. So that, in a way, puts his stature for us really at a different level. And that cannot be, and I cannot pass that without acknowledging that. And in terms of, as we think about it, how was he, his demeanor? All of you have wonderfully captured his, his actions, his temperament, and he was a saint in life. But the thoughts, if I were to draw a thread through his life, he was the ultimate family man. He spent his early life planting the seeds of opportunity for his own family. With Shakuntala Mamiji, he built a home that was a bedrock for stability and expectation. What did that lead to? 2 brilliant sons, brilliant grandkids, and how proud he was of all of you. And yet he kept his self grounded, very modest, and never forgot where he was from. So that is being the ultimate family man was really something rare to find these days. And he was also a gravitational force in our extended family. He withdrew like the magnetic north. His relationships with everyone, I think Sheetal and the kids have spoken about it. And I'd like to remind my cousins, dozens of them, that our relationships run deeper, stronger. It's no accident. It was because of the work that he did, along with his siblings, the bonds between his siblings, and now we have one remaining sibling in London, but they run deeper and they were unbreakable. So, and that's the thing. And the other thought that runs through my mind is good nature. All of you have spoken about that. He would just come and treat you whether you had seen him 10 years ago or just met him. He made you feel like the most special person in the room. And that's sort of a testament to his gratitude, peace, and inherent kindness. And these qualities are not learned. I think somehow they are ingrained. And that's why the word, being a saint while on earth comes to mind. And his unmatched connection with people. Most of you have spoken about that. And Sheetal spoke about the fact that, he would be our calendar. And I've woken up sometimes, he would be the first one to wish us, anyone in the house, a happy birthday or an anniversary. And I would be in my pajamas lounging around, and he had been out jogging and coming back. But I would put on a face and pretend to be awake. And so he saved our skin on many occasions. And we shall truly miss that. So he was kind of a living thread, weaving through the rich tapestry of our extended family. So irreplaceable, but we are lucky to have had him. And I think the other part that is really the discipline that you all talked about. Mole spoke about that and how he did that, and Swati mentioned that in spades. But despite the discipline, he truly did that on his own time. But when he was on occasions, he was not rigid. He was very easygoing. He was really a party animal. So all those things was an amalgam of opposite qualities, but really contended. And so really, without stretching out further, I think our hearts are filled with sadness, but they're also with gratitude and the laughter that we've shared with him. But a lesson that I take from him is that greatness does not need to be loud. In your own quiet way, you can be kind, generous, compassionate. And so I think for that, thank you, Mamaji. We will always remember you.
I'm really glad I sprung that surprise, because now you have the total picture. You have the perspective of all the generations, the younger, our generation, and you really summed all of that up so beautifully. I kept on hearing from all corners of the world each time we'd go back to Kenya about who all had visited the homes here. You almost had revolving doors in your homes, and don't stop that. He was the reason everybody used to come, and keep that going. I think that is just such a beautiful quality he had. There's very few people, I think, amongst our extended family who have not visited Florida. He insisted if he heard that somebody was in some part of the U.S., he'd say, come on down, come visit us. He was very, very proud of you guys, and it's just so heartwarming. I also want to acknowledge that we do have amongst us one of our other nephews from California, and we'll hopefully hear him later on during when we do the Havan, because I know we are running against time right now. But Ranji, if I could ask you to come and carry on with the rest of the ceremonies. Thank you so much.
Such heartfelt words expressed in the last 22 or so minutes. I feel like I've known Mamaji all my life. You see, I've changed now from Uncle Ji to Mamaji. My dear brothers and sisters, this Anteshti Sanskar, it's the final, as I mentioned, amongst the 16 sanskars, according to Swami Dayananda Saraswati of the Arya Samaj. It is a transition of the soul from the body back to the super soul, the Paramatma. Cremation, which is about to take place here in the next few minutes, is recommended as is perhaps the most purest form of the disposal of this body. Now, when someone dies, people say, we think that it's the end of the world, they're gone forever. But in our hearts, in our minds, in our memories, we can bring them back in a matter of milliseconds, just by the thoughts. And all the memories the beautiful memories that the grandkids shared. It touches my heart to hear you speak of him and to not knowing him personally, but now I know him based on your kind words. We as human beings, we decorate our homes with beautiful pictures and ornaments to beautify it. But today, God, Bhagwan, has decorated his home. We say Vaikuntlok, we say heaven, with the beautiful soul of our Mamaji. And from this day on, may his legacy continue to live, and may that soul merge with the Paramatma and to the entire family, to the sons, to your Dulahins, and to all the children. My deepest, deepest condolences. And may the blessings of God be upon you and your families. Time will heal. This too shall pass. And time will heal, but the memory will live on. So with those words, I will ask the members of the brothers to please come forward. And anyone who would like to join in the rituals, you're welcome to do so. And this will only take a few minutes, and then we'll do some final viewings. And within 10-15 minutes, we'll take the body to the back where the crematorium is for final cremation. So if you guys will please come forward. Anyone who wishes to join the family members, please come. Everybody can touch hands. यजामहि सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनाम् मृत्युर्मोक्षीयमामृता ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहि सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनाम् मृत्युर्मोक्षीयमामृता ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहि सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनाम् मृत्युर्मोक्षीयमामृता. You guys can touch that and see the स्वाहा, ओम अंतरिक्षाय स्वाहा, ओम वायवे स्वाहा, ओम दिव्यै स्वाहा, ओम सूर्यायै स्वाहा, ओम दिव्या स्वाहा, ओम चंद्राय स्वाहा, ओम नक्षत्रभाय स्वाहा, ओम अद्भाय स्वाहा, ओम वरुणाय स्वाहा, ओम नाभ्ये स्वाहा, ओम भूतये स्वाहा, ओम वाचे स्वाहा, ओम प्राणाय स्वाहा, ओम प्राणाय स्वाहा, ओम चक्षुवे स्वाहा, ओम चक्षुवे स्वाहा, ओम श्रोताय स्वाहा, ओम श्रोताय स्वाहा, ओम लोमाभ्य स्वाहा, ओम लोमाभ्य स्वाहा, ओम त्वैहे स्वाहा, ओम त्वैचे स्वाहा, ओम लोहिताय स्वाहा, ओम लोहिताय स्वाहा, ओम मयोर्भ्य स्वाहा, ओम मयोर्भ्य स्वाहा, ओम मानस्यभ्य स्वाहा, ओम मानस्यभ्य स्वाहा, ओम स्नानभ्य स्वाहा, ओम स्नानभ्य स्वाहा, ओम अष्टभ्य स्वाहा, ओम अष्टभ्य स्वाहा, ओम मध्यभ्य स्वाहा, ओम मध्यभ्य स्वाहा, ओम रेतस्य स्वाहा, ओम पायवे स्वाहा, ओम आयस्याय स्वाहा, ओम प्रायस्याय स्वाहा, ओम संन्यास्यै स्वाहा, ओम वियास्यै स्वाहा, ओम उदास्याय स्वाहा, ओम शोचाय स्वाहा, ओम शोचते स्वाहा, ओम शोचमानाय स्वाहा, ओम शौकाय स्वाहा, ओम तपस्ये स्वाहा, ओम तपत्यते स्वाहा, ओम तपायमानाय स्वाहा, ओम तप्ताय स्वाहा, ओम घर्माय स्वाहा, ओम निक्षिप्राय स्वाहा, ओम प्रश्चित्ताय स्वाहा, ओम भयस्ताजाय स्वाहा, ओम वामनाय स्वाहा, ओम अंतकाय स्वाहा, ओम मृत्यवे स्वाहा, ओम ब्रह्ममार्णे स्वाहा, ओम ब्रह्मवर्ते स्वाहा, ओम विष्णुभ्यो देवाभ्यो स्वाहा, ओम द्वाये पृथिवीभ्यं स्वाहा, ओम नमो भगवति वासुदेवाय नमः स्वाहा, ओम नमो नारायणाय नमः स्वाहा, सर्वेभ्यो देवीभ्यो नमः स्वाहा. Is there anything like that? That's a good one. तन्तश्च वायतो प्रदीपिनं नष्टत्पश्युर् भूवस्य गोपाः स्वाहा तत्त्वे भयं परिददात् पितृभिः अग्निर्देवाभ्यो सोविदात्री ये भय. ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम. ओम सत्य. That concludes this part of the ceremony. Now we will finally do some flowers. In 30 minutes we will get back to the camera. Okay? Yeah, we can start here. And once they're finished, everyone else can find a video.
Please come and pay your last respects. Whoever wants to come up and make an offering.
It's not real. It's not real. Papa, yeah.
swaha, Om Agane 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 swaha. We're all going to stand for a few minutes. They're going to come take the body. We're going to go through these doors, all the way to the back where the crematorium is. And immediately we'll proceed inside.
Ladies and gentlemen, Papaji doesn't want to leave yet. He's sent a message to say, I'm not ready to go. He'd like you guys to go and have a cup of coffee or tea up there and mingle and talk to the family. They're not, the funeral home's running a little behind. I think he's already controlling everybody's schedule. So there's no choice because we can't argue with him. We can't ask him why. So we just have to go with the flow. His motto was, go with the flow. Everything is good. So let's do it. Let's go have some tea and chai. And he's still here. And, you know, he'll go when he's ready to go. So come on down. Have another 15 minutes. Good. You negotiated that well, Panditji, because they said at least half hour, so thank you for doing that.
Few people, and for those who may not be aware, there is an after lunch at Palace India restaurant